So there are a lot of variables at play.
At least you know mosquito won't go in your mouth.
Yeah, gross. I'd rather eat it though than it bite me. Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up.
Welcome to the pod.
Hello, friends.
We are back.
Yes, and I'm so excited to see Teresa, even though I just saw her on Monday.
It feels like it's been a long time.
It's been too long.
I lived a couple lives since then.
I know, I want to hear all about it.
In a good way. All right, breaking news. Yes. Mouth taping. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. It's like when people tape their mouth when they go to sleep.
I feel like we talked about this. Yeah, I heard about it, I don't know, I think last year, and it sounded really psychotic.
It kind of scares me.
Yeah, same here. Well, I tried it. I was getting served a lot of TikToks and like doctors are talking about it and how it actually does work. But listeners, if you don't know, it's supposed to, basically tape your mouth shut so you don't mouth breathe when you're sleeping at night.
And it's like they sell special tape. It's not just like getting like packing tape and putting it on your mouth.
But you can just use like duct tape, but it's probably very bad for your lips and your skin.
Yeah.
I was watching a video of a doctor that said he just uses medical tape for sensitive skin. And so that's what I bought off Amazon and I tried it and I was influenced because some of the benefits include improving sleep quality. It can reduce your snoring. It encourages nasal breathing, which is better for oxygen intake, which means when you're awake the next day, deeper focus, better mental clarity. And I'm definitely a mouth breather because I always wake up with dry mouth and I always need to like drink a little sip of water. And it's supposed to really help with that, but also help with, it almost feels like too good to be true. Like people report feeling much more well rested. It definitely reduces daytime fatigue. So
and what is your experience?
They said like for the first time, you should like put it on before going immediately to bed because it might feel kind of weird. And so I like watched the show. I taped it.
You can't talk.
Yeah, I can't talk. I mean, I'm not talking to anybody anyway. I'm just like scrolling on my phone.
I thought you might talk to Steven.
No, he's like in bed with Tyler.
Okay.
It's my alone time. It felt good. The first time that I did it didn't really...
You didn't feel different.
In my head I did. I don't know for sure if it did or not. This is also in between me battling for my life against mosquitoes. So there are a lot of variables at play.
At least you know mosquito won't go in your mouth.
Yeah. Gross. I'd rather eat it though than it bite me. I'm going to continue trying it here and there.
Okay. You can be our guinea pig and tell me if I should do it because I have been curious too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a mouth breather all the time, but I'm sure sometimes.
I just feel like the fact that you can get more mental clarity the next day and feel very well rested after you wake up is a very positive sign to me.
That would be great. But, you know, side note, Cassie woke up like 5 times last night, so I am not well rested.
Maybe you should just mouth tape and so you could just,
mouth tape my children.
Yeah. She goes back to bed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she does. I added this one. The New York Times, like, I don't know, I'm not even a subscriber, but they send me emails of like, I guess, important news or headlines. And the one I got yesterday was like, is it COVID, allergies, or a cold? And I was like, is this talking to me?
You're because like, that's been my question for 3 years.
Well, I question it all the time. But also recently, after we came back from our LA trip, I never felt sick, but then I just developed this cough. And then I was like, is it allergies? Is it a cold? And
is it COVID?
Usually if it's something like COVID, you feel sick for a few days at least, like either a fever or chills or just like really tired. I never had that, but like you can hear still like my voice sounds like a little more sexy.
You got that sexy Phoebe
And I've had this like on and off cough and I'm like, what is it?
Is it allergies? Is it a cold?
It could be, yeah. And also I saw maybe in California or the Bay Area, another headline, not from New York Times, and it was like, if you think you're having the worst allergies ever, you're not wrong. So I think it's just, could be anything.
Do you know what you're allergic to? Besides like pollen and
I don't know
fever?
the specific pollens, but I did get allergy tested when I was a kid, so someone knows. Someone has my records.
And you can potentially develop new allergies too, right? Over time.
Yeah.
Well... They know you. They know what you've been Googling, I guess.
And so if anyone else is in that boat, just know you're not alone. Is it COVID, allergies, or a cold?
Who knows?
We'll never know.
New York Times can't tell you. They also have the same question.
Yes. Okay. Unrelated, I've also been on this weird shopping bender. It's like I opened the gates when we were in LA or something, and I can't stop.
I feel the same way, and I also cannot stop.
And I was like, what am I compensating for?
I think we're compensating for years of not shopping.
It has been years, that's true, where we lived in sweats and yoga pants and the same
And I feel like the
t-shirt.
weather is finally getting nicer, and we have the opportunity to develop style. And plus, we're influencers now. Just kidding.
Influencers with no sponsorships. But okay, I have to confess the most ridiculous one that I did yesterday.
Tell me.
And I might return it because I think Victor doesn't even know. This will be the reveal. Well, it'll probably arrive and then he'll know. But I was texting you and Evelyn because I was asking about her Bottega bag.
The mini loop.
Yes, because Saks, I'm on their email. Also don't know why.
I love that you never unsubscribe. You're just like, I just get them and I read them.
I feel like a friend. They had, I don't know if it's true, but it was like private sale for you. And it had like Bottega bags with like 30 or 40% discounts.
Whoa.
And I was like, is this real? I didn't know that stuff goes on discount.
Yeah. Were they like funky colors?
Kind of. So they weren't like classic black or gray or white. The mini loop was in this like almost like a mint green. But you know that's my color. Like I love.
Ooh, okay.
Or like a lime green almost.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to it. But then I ended up buying a different one. But I don't even know Bottega bags, but it's like a little tote. I think it was called like the Arco something. It's the big, not the small weave, but the big weave. It's just
You have to show me later. I'm so excited for you.
But you know, one of my weaknesses is a good deal, right? And like I haven't been able to buy that much because we don't go to Europe anymore.
Right.
And that's when I feel like luxury stuff is on deal.
It's a good deal, yeah.
This was 40% off.
Whoa. Wait, you have to show me a picture later.
Okay,
what color is it?
It's like a bluish green, like a light, so not quite mint, a little more blue than that. But I like it. Like it's not a weird, crazy neon color.
I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to see the picture.
You're such an enabler.
I really like Bottega bags. I feel like they're very high quality, and I think they're classic and they're timeless.
I've never had one, so we'll see if I should keep it or not.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I definitely did not need to spend that money. And my saving thing is, like you said, I need to use my Amex Platinum $50 credit. If you have an Amex Platinum, listeners, I hope you know that you get a $50 Saks credit every half year. But you have to spend it within that half. So make sure you spend it before the end of June.
No, that's a good reminder. Emily tells me these deals because Steven has no idea what benefits
Did you use his?
No, I haven't used it yet.
You gotta go.
I gotta go. I gotta buy that Bottega bag too, I think. We can be twins. Our podcast has really turned a 180 because just a few months ago, we were talking about minimalism, purging.
We're like a pendulum.
I think we need some moderation.
It just makes us real. We're relatable.
We're so relatable.
Because you have goals, but then you're also just a real person.
You're just a girl that wants to shop.
Okay, speaking about spending money, the other thing I think I mentioned to you, Kevin Hart is coming to the Bay Area in October, and I actually really want to go.
In Oakland, right?
In Oakland. And yesterday I was like saying to Victor, because he loves Kevin Hart too, I was like, should we go to Kevin Hart? He was like, what? We can't go. Like, what about the girls? It's right during bedtime. He's like, why don't you just go with Teresa? And I was like, I mean, I would love to go with Teresa, but here I am, like, asking him out on a date.
Right. And he just
rejected me.
I mean, you can find a babysitter. October's a really long time from now. Yeah.
But I think it's our problem. Like, the girls have never had to have someone else put them to bed.
Yeah.
In recent history, like when Charlie was a singleton and we had like a nanny. I think there were a few times that like the nanny stayed and we went out for a date night. Yeah. But
they're going to be fine.
I don't know. I guess he doesn't.
I guess he didn't want to go to Kevin Hart with you.
He's not that excited.
Good for me.
Yeah. So let's go.
No, you should try to see if Victor would want to go.
Well, maybe I'll just buy 2 tickets and see.
Okay.
Or if you and Steven want to go too.
Okay.
We could
buy 4
October
tickets. What? I mean, we talked about details. But I'm definitely interested.
Okay.
We love Kevin Hart.
Yes. Kevin Hart, send us free tickets.
Did you see the whole... Wait, did I write this? The Northwest
Yes,
Lion
you
King?
did, but I've been seeing it. Actually, just this morning, TikTok served it to me.
I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cute, whatever. And then I saw a lot more posts about how
There's a lot of
people
hate.
were.
Yeah.
Because it was like the 30th anniversary of Lion King. It was at the Hollywood Bowl. People paid a lot of money to go to the show. And it's like a big production. And Northwest shows up.
Tell the people if they don't know who Northwest is and stuff.
I think everyone knows who Northwest
Not everyone. Does your mom?
Mom, do you know? Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's firstborn child. So she's 10 now. And they were doing a 30th anniversary show of Lion King, which was gorgeous. Like the set and everything, it looked just like the musical. They had a lot of celebrities there. And she came out in like a pajama set or something.
Yeah, it looked like a onesie that was fuzzy.
Slippers. And she sang the rendition of like, I just can't wait to be king.
Did she only sing that part?
Yeah, I think she only sang that song, which is why you only see videos for that one.
I see.
It wasn't the whole Broadway musical. It was more like they were singing different songs from it. But she sang it like she was at home in her living room.
Yeah, and it was like a home video quality singing.
It was really bad. People were like shocked and appalled, and people were really pissed at Kim and the casting director because they're like, this is the definition of a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
She's probably like, oh, I would love to do this. Her mom's like, cool, I'll make a call.
Yeah, I don't blame her at all.
No.
Because, like, it's
the adults in the room.
Yeah.
Like, how did they let this happen? Because I think people are more pissed. There are hundreds of kids that train for this.
So talented. That's what I've been seeing a lot of stitches on TikTok of, like, her performance and then another kid's like
their
actual
audition
Broadway
tape.
Performance and stuff, and it's like so amazing.
Yeah, they're kids that have like spent their whole lives is like not very long, but they have like a very strong interest in musical theater. There's a whole program and process that you go through, and she didn't even audition for it. Yeah. And the fact that that song is between Simba and Nala, she sang both parts.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. And people are like, it's probably because they can't have another kid out there that like
would be amazing.
Clearly outshine whatever Northwest is doing up there.
But honestly, I feel bad for her too because she's a kid and I'm sure she's seeing all the hate, all the criticism.
Yeah.
And maybe she was really excited to do it.
She probably was.
Nobody was being real with her about her skill level. And then, like, that's going to be so hard for her.
It's the adults in the room that need to take this lesson and do something with it.
Yeah.
But she'll be fine. I think she'll be
hope
fine.
So.
She'll get another opportunity. I
mean, she'll be fine financially, but will she be fine mentally, you know?
I don't know how, like, it works with really big celebrities' kids. Like, you're kind of
have Kanye as a dad in the first place.
Yeah, because, like, on one hand, you're kind of throwing them into the spotlight.
Right. It was their choice to do that.
Right. Because there are a lot of celebrity kids that are not in the spotlight.
That's true.
That's also a choice.
Yeah, I actually really admire celebrities who really, really protect their kids' privacy. Who are some examples? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
They,
their
like,
kids.
work really hard, and I don't even know, maybe they pay off the paparazzi. Like, their kids are never photographed.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake and
Jessica
Biel.
Biel.
Whenever they post, they, like, block out the face. Same with Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. That's all I can think of.
You know, the other day I was thinking about how I don't really care for pop culture. And it's funny that we have a section in the podcast for pop culture. Like, I really care about my Bravo celebrities.
That's pop culture.
It is, but it's not like...
You mean like A-list celebrities?
Yeah, like Bennifer and everything that's happening
Oh,
in their
yeah,
life
we
right
didn't
now.
even put that on the list.
I was like, do I know or care?
Honestly, I didn't really know they got married. I missed that announcement. I knew they got back together.
Yeah.
I didn't know they actually got married.
I don't think I knew that either, Emily.
So then when someone's like, they got divorced already, I was like, oh, well, I didn't know they got married.
Did they get divorced? I thought they were just separated.
I thought someone said they divorced.
Which is basically like on the path to divorce anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
At least according to Bravo celebrities' relationship timelines.
Okay, I have the next one. There's a show called Fallout on Prime. And
I don't know it.
Definitely not up my alley, but kind of interesting. So it's based off of a video game.
Oh.
So of course, you know, Victor picked it.
Oh.
But it's just like another like post-apocalyptic world, but it's just like a fresh take on it, for me at least. So there are these people, there was like a nuclear bomb or something, and then like 200 years later, there are people who live like underground in these vaults, but then there are also people who like are surface dwellers. And then there's
Like they live above ground?
Yeah. And then there's like elements of fantasy. Like one guy who was like in the opening scene, the 200 years ago, he's like somehow still alive and he's called the Ghoul. And then I don't know, there's like mutant animals. But
this is so not up your alley.
It's not up my alley, but it's, I don't know, it's just like a good, interesting story.
Is it a TV show or
it's a series.
Does it remind you of The Last of Us?
I never watched that.
Oh,
should I watch it?
I think you should watch it. That was a pretty good one.
I just saw people saying I can't eat mushrooms after watching this. I was like, I can't watch it. I love mushrooms.
No, I think you'll be fine.
Okay, we'll go to that next.
Do you ever feel like you're doing research on when the apocalypse comes when you're watching these shows?
I'm kind of scared.
Me too, because it's not so much fantasy sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like it could happen.
Yeah. I don't know. Not this one. This one doesn't make me feel like it's that realistic.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have any of these skill sets. Like, and Steven doesn't either.
We used to joke that if there is like a zombie outbreak, to rush to the nearest Costco and fortify it. Because it's like all concrete,
yes,
has lots of supplies.
Yes, that's a great pro tip,
meet you
Emily.
there.
That is an absolute great pro tip.
Oh, yes, TikTok dreams. So I don't know if you've been getting this from TikTok, but I've been getting served a lot of, it must be a trend. It's like people talking about their dreams, but in their dreams, they like meet their kids before they're born.
No,
it's not creepy.
Okay,
no,
that
it's not
sounds
creepy.
so creepy.
Like, it's just like a mom saying, like, I remember dreaming like the day before I got married, like 2 girls and a boy, and they say like, we're yours, and then now she has 2 girls and a boy or something.
Wait. That is so creepy. What
I
do you
think
mean
it's
that's so
cool.
creepy? Like, were they babies? Were they a spirit? Were they
Toddlers? Know. It's just like a dream. So it's like almost like she knew, or it was like fated to be, which I think is cool.
Oh.
And then another one,
me.
not a dream, but this girl says like, the other day I went to like, took my daughter to a restaurant for her birthday, and this older woman was there with her daughter with the same name.
Okay.
And like she paid for our meal or something. And now she's like, is that me from the future? And people are like,
what?
And other people commented like similar things where they feel like they met themselves. No, it's not a dream. It's real life.
Wait, other people commented saying that
they feel like they met their future self, like their older self.
I feel like that's why TikTok is so crazy, because you realize what you think is a unique experience is actually not so unique, and it happens to a lot of us.
But I think that's so cool if that exists. No, you're not into it.
No, that scares me, actually.
Oh. Okay, that's why TikTok hasn't served it to you. I was like, I'm here for this.
Yeah, it really creeps me out, because you know how people post their video camera or their nursery cam sometimes?
Oh, those are creepy.
And
yeah. That's
like,
so different.
But it's like somebody's there, or like
I don't like that.
A spirit is there.
Especially any like baby monitor is always extra creepy because it's like that night vision.
Yes,
like,
yes. So the one I saw recently, and I couldn't even watch the whole thing. I like basically clicked into the comments and the block part of the video. But it was a baby sleeping, and the rocking chair got closer and then started rocking.
Oh my gosh, freaky.
Yeah, but then people in the comments were like, it's probably a good thing, because babies and pets typically sense something when something is off, and your baby is soundly sleeping. It could have just been like
so
a grandparent.
Creepy. That is nothing like the ones I've been seeing. These are like happy, like, oh, my future self is taking care of me, or like,
okay,
or like my babies knew they were mine,
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Me too.
Or, I don't know. I believe in the afterlife because I believe in all those mediums, right?
Yeah, same.
But I don't know, like, ghost in what sense?
In whatever sense you want it to be.
Like, I don't know if they're roaming around us and we just can't see them, or if they're in their own separate world, but they can, like, look down on us or whatever.
I think it's because I do believe in them, which is why all of this stuff is a little bit creepy to me, but also kind of nice and reassuring sometimes as well. If there is someone that you love that's out there.
I think so.
Well, let me tell you about this documentary that I watched called Ashley Madison. Have you seen it? You know Ashley Madison, right? The dating or the cheating website?
I've heard of it. I don't know much about it. Is it still around?
That's the crazy part, Emily. It is. I thought it went bankrupt, and I mean, this whole documentary was about how it was a rising tech company. Their tagline was, life is short, have an affair.
Oh my
and there
gosh.
was a huge market. It was this guy, he founded it. And then I think another guy became CEO, and he had his wife go out all the time on these like investor calls. And there were
To show she was like on board.
well, yeah, basically he was like, there is a market for this. It's a good business, but we're just connecting people. And, I would never cheat.
Like, oh, we're just giving them the tool, but they're the ones making the decision.
Yeah, like they're going to cheat anyway.
Yeah.
Why not?
But isn't it a site to meet people to cheat with?
Yes, exactly.
So you have a hand in it.
It's really such a weird documentary. Steven got really into it. And the whole time I was like side-eyeing him, being like, why are you so into this? It documents like the beginning stages, how it was founded, kind of the early folks. And then it really gets into the controversy of they got hacked. That was the main thing. They got hacked. And so they were telling the
It's like vigilantes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't think they know who it is. Did I watch the whole thing? Let me just tell you. I think they're called a team, like the impact team, but team implies that it's multiple people, but they think it might have just been one person to throw people off. But they're saying like, shut down the site, or we're going to release everyone's like name and information.
I want to see the list.
And so it goes through, and they even interview some people that were on the list. And the people that were on the list, well, you would know. One of them is like the Duggar. Yeah.
For real?
I think it was like the older son. He wasn't an interview, but he was like somebody that I looked up that was on the list.
Oh. Wait, so the list got exposed?
Yeah, it was on the dark web.
Because they didn't shut it down? Or?
Yeah. They wanted, well, it was exposed. More and more information was exposed as they were not like complying with different things. And the couple that they interviewed in the documentary was YouTube famous at the time.
Okay.
But their whole image was like being good Christians, nice family, like cute
Were
couple.
they both on it or something?
No, he was on it.
Is it mainly targeting men? But then like women have to be on it, right?
Oh, yes. It's kind of a spoiler, but it later comes out. Yeah, obviously you need men and women. And that's like kind of their whole thing. Like we have lots of women on this site too.
Yeah.
A lot of them end up being like bots or women that work at the company.
Oh my gosh.
And they make their money through subscription service, but also for the men to message these women. And so the women would message the guys first, and then the guys would have to like essentially pay like buy coins or something.
It's even like a scam.
Yeah, it's a combination. But I thought,
and it's like, do you feel bad for them? Because it's almost like you got your karma.
And there were these employees, one of them that I guess she was just like making a living too, but she would say how she worked in customer service and you get charged on your credit card, and a lot of wives and husbands share their statements. And so the wife would call and be like, hey, I don't know what this is. Can you tell me what this is?
Did it say Ashley Madison?
No, I think it said something else. Yeah, they were very smart about what like the statement descriptor says, because the company can pick what that is. And then sometimes they would have the wife and the husband call in together, and then the customer service agent was trained to essentially be like,
to lie.
Well, they're like, we're a payment aggregator, like it's a combination of the bunch of different companies. And so you'll have to call the individual companies. And then the guy will call in later by himself to give Ashley Madison a different credit card number.
Oh my God.
It was just so shady, and they were enabling it and built an entire business around it. So I was really shocked to hear or to see that they're still running.
I know. That really sucks. That would make me so sad.
Life is short. Have an affair.
Stupid.
Oh, and another weird thing was this, I guess she was like an adult entertainer. Like she basically worked at a strip club or something like that. And these guys would show up with flowers or give her a gift or something.
Someone was using her face or something?
Yes, exactly. And she's like, wait, this is so weird. Who are you?
Yeah.
And it was whatever at first, but then more guys started coming in because they were using her picture. And that's when she found out that,
she's not even getting a cut.
Yeah.
I'd be like, get me on there for real if you're going to use my face.
But what a shitty
Humanity.
company. Yeah.
That sucks.
There were a lot of users, though. A lot of men on there.
That's really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Now we have to go snoop on our husband's phone. Just Just kidding. We trust you guys.
I was really questioning Steven. And he's like, no, it's just interesting because it's like a software company.
You're like, have you heard of this before?
I feel like
Why are you nodding?
Yeah, actually, I feel like it got really big when we were still quite young.
Yeah,
or not even that young, like in our 20s.
And I think I get it confused with maybe like a hair coloring company. Is there
Madison Reed?
Yeah.
The DIY hair coloring? I feel like they're probably
I think
not
they're still
anymore.
around. Yeah.
Oh, they are?
I think I might have seen like ads or something.
I need to use them. My grays are coming out.
Don't get them confused, listeners.
Have you seen the Four Seasons Orlando baby?
I've seen a couple. Is it like someone asks, like, who wants to go the Four Seasons? And a baby says, me, or something.
Yes!
I don't know why it got so much, like, hype or, like, love.
I think because there's a baby and a toddler. Okay, so in the video, the mom is recording and the dad is holding the half-naked baby and the toddler's on the couch and she goes, who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando? And the baby, like, points up that one or two finger and goes, me! And it was just, like, very... It was not how you would think.
Is it they say it's a conscious baby?
Yeah, fully conscious baby. And then the toddler's like kind of like barreling around being like, oh, me. And
like
the dad
a typical
goes,
toddler.
Yeah, and the dad goes, me. And it went completely viral. I think they had like over 50 million views.
That's crazy.
But they ended up going to Four Seasons Orlando.
Lucky.
And I think they already had planned a trip, but the Four Seasons Orlando totally hooked them up.
Nice.
They did a photo shoot. They did a lot of like content creation stuff while they were there, where they were like, they had a boss
Were they
baby.
already like a TikTok
I don't think
influencer?
so.
Oh.
No, I think it was because of the me.
What I saw yesterday was people feeling bad for the toddler.
Yeah, they're like, don't forget about her.
They posted another, I think it was that family, like they did their family photo shoot. So it's like the two parents are holding the baby's hands and like looking adoringly at the baby. And then the toddler's like holding hands with one of the parents on the side.
That is sad.
They were like, a lot of the comments were like, oh, this is typical older sibling. You always get told, like, you have to be the older one or you have to be understanding. And I was like, oh, I need to be nicer to Charlie.
You never even experienced that. You were the younger sibling.
I didn't.
I know. I already see myself telling Tyler, like, well, Logan doesn't know. He's a baby.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Like, she doesn't understand yet.
Yeah.
But I have been trying to be more strict with Cassie, too.
And sometimes Logan knows. He's just being
He's like, oh, I
feisty.
know,
Yeah.
Mom. I know.
He's like, I don't say anything, but I know. I'm causing trouble. But I was like, why can't I have a Four Seasons Orlando baby?
Just make a video. See if Logan says it. Just ask him lots of questions and teach him to say me.
I always have to slip in Four Seasons something.
Or like ask for
Four
other
Seasons
things.
Napa.
Not just Four Seasons, you know, like who wants a Hermes bag? Who wants a cruise?
Oh, cruise. That's a good one.
Disney
Who wants a
cruise?
Disney cruise? Okay.
Family and health. This is so random, but do your kids know how to wink?
No, that seems really hard.
Cassie learned how to wink.
I think a lot of adults can't do that either.
And
who's she winking at?
It was so cute because she would get so frustrated the past few months because Charlie knows how to wink one eye. And she would like do it occasionally and be like, oh, that's so cute. And Cassie would always be like, I don't know how to do it. And I taught her, I don't know if this is a hack that I discovered, but I taught her to like close her eyes, put one finger gently on one eye and then open. So then, like, she can kind of feel, like, one eye closed, one eye open. And then over the weekend, she just did it. And now she's, like, doing it nonstop.
So she's always
so
winking
cute
at
because
you?
she looks like she's kind of frowning when she does it. So she looks upset.
Is it because she's really concentrating?
I think so. But yeah, she figured it out. And I'm so proud of her.
Wait, what is a hack? You put your finger...
You, like, close your eyes and put one finger on an eye and then open.
on the eyelid?
Yeah, so that you're basically holding it closed. But I think, like, then she can feel that sensation. Yeah. And she's also trying to hop, which she hasn't mastered yet. But just these cute little milestones. And Charlie was even like saying one of her friends in her class doesn't know how to wink yet. So I think she was kind of proud of Cassie too.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
Wait, is winking a thing that you're supposed to know? I feel like some adults can't do either.
I don't know. She just really wanted to learn.
Well, this is our family health, but also wellness section. Yesterday, I messaged you and I was like, I want to go to Napa.
And you made it happen.
I made it happen. I mean, the weather was gorgeous.
You went on the perfect day.
It was the perfect day. I didn't have any responsibilities or like anything that I had to do or be back for. And on a whim, I was like, I'm going to go to Napa.
I definitely regret not joining you.
I tried to get Steven to play hooky.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to do.
He literally dismissed me like within 2 seconds. He was like, okay, go, bye. Which is something I also really like about Steven because he's like very, I mean, I don't know if that's supportive, but he wasn't like, why? Where are you going? What about this?
That's true. He's like, go, be yourself.
Yeah, go, live your best life.
Yeah.
He's always asking me, are you living your best life?
Oh, really?
And I'm just like on the couch watching TV. Yeah, I think he is. But I went to Napa and it was a 1-hour drive. I went to this hotel that I've been wanting to check out for a while called Stanley Ranch. We've been looking into it, but there's like no good.
I like never heard of that. And then you and Evelyn are talking about it all the time. Like, where have I been?
It's kind of newish and it's known to be good for kids.
Oh.
But I also am not that invested because my neighbors went and they were like, it wasn't that great for kids.
Oh, okay.
Or she was like, oh, it's a little overhyped. And it did seem a little small. But you know what? They had 1 million high chairs. So I was like, oh, maybe it is kid friendly.
They're prepared for kids.
So I went on, what was it, Wednesday, and they had a really big conference there, and it just killed my vibe. I was like,
that's not what you wanted.
While it's cheaper to go, I mean, I didn't stay overnight, but like typically it's cheaper to stay overnight
on a weekday.
Yeah, versus a weekend. But the corporate, like, conferences really just don't make it seem like a vacation. Like I could hear them jibber jabbering like while I was at my very
talking about like EBITDA
and the financials, and I was like, oh, you guys are just like trying to one up one another. Yeah, the schmoozing, because I was sitting next to a group of guys that were some were more junior and some were more senior, and so the level of brown nosing and like trying to network gave me the ick. Like, gave me a very strong sense of the ick. And I'm starting a full-time job soon, and I was like, I hope.
Yes, congrats. I don't think the listeners even know.
Oh, they don't know? Yeah. I'm starting a full-time job soon, so.
That should have been a breaking news, like, many moons ago.
Like, a month ago, probably. But I think it's really important to go out and date yourself. Like, even though I would have loved for you or Steven to come with me, it was really therapeutic to drive up there by myself, like say table for one.
Yeah.
And I had my laptop with me, so I was like texting you, and it was just really nice. I even had a glass of wine, even though I haven't been drinking in a long time. But it just, the vibe, the environment just called for like
your photos looked
crisp,
dreamy.
White wine. Had a great $40 salad, and it was, I don't know, it was worth it. And they had free Tesla charging, which I thought was cool.
Just the cherry on top.
Yep, because typically I'm always looking for a Tesla charger.
That is a good tip to date yourself, because I always feel like I have a million things to do. And it's true.
You do have a million things to do. So
then I never like really take that time out to go, unless it's like meeting with people.
Yeah.
But I should do it too.
You should do it too, because sometimes, I don't know, you're not always going to get that opportunity.
Totally.
I did feel a little bit better because Steven was working from home that day. And I was like, if anything happened at school or whatever, like he'd be close enough, which was nice. But that's a sign for you listeners to just go out. Even it doesn't have to be very far. Like go to your restaurant.
Any restaurant.
Treat yourself.
Or even like a tea or a coffee.
Yes, a tea or a coffee. Treat yourself.
What's the sunblock lady in Napa?
When I first got there, I wasn't that hungry, so I was just kind of walking around. It was really hot. It was probably around 80 degrees there yesterday. And this lady was in a spaghetti strap dress, sitting there talking to someone. And I had a full on, I mean, she was just hanging out, and then I had a full on lunch. I was gone for 2 hours. I came back. She was still sitting there in the sun, chatting with the same person. Oh, wow. She's gotten visibly redder. She looked like a tomato. I don't know how she had to move from that spot. I couldn't tell from afar. She had sunglasses and a hat on, but her entire shoulder and arm was beet red. Put on your sunblock, everyone.
I actually just ordered on Amazon. I've seen this hack where people use these like big oval makeup brushes to put sunblock on their kids. Oh. So I just ordered it to try this summer because, I mean, we usually just put it on with our hands. Yeah. But it's like not that fun for anyone.
No,
I'm trying to figure out a better way, and I'll keep you posted.
Wait, is it like a makeup brush?
Yeah, it's like a makeup brush, but it's oval. You know, it's not like a brush that you like paint with, that kind. It's like a flat oval.
Oh, like a foundation brush. Like a foundation
I don't know. I don't have one of those.
That's actually very smart.
I only have like the kabuki style brush, you know? But this one is like, looks like a hairbrush, but it's really thin bristles. I'll show you later.
I can imagine. Okay. Yeah. But I think it's very important.
For sure.
I think I'm turning into the old Asian ladies that I didn't identify with in the past. You know, like putting the gloves on.
Do you?
Like, no, I don't have it, but I was thinking about it the whole time.
I want a big visor.
Oh, that scares me a little bit.
The ones that go in front of your face.
Your view.
It's kind of like a sunglasses for your face.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
But like the sleeves on your arm, because when I was driving, maybe because I've been in SF for
hot,
too long.
Right?
Yeah, where I don't have to deal with this, but it was really hot. And I was like, oh, this part of my arm is getting really hot. And really
Get
tan.
the sleeves when you go to Taiwan.
I don't think I could rock those.
I think my mom used to have them. I don't know if she wears them still.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of them in the South Bay.
I think the weird ones are the ones where it like, does it go under your eyes? And then it's basically like a big, almost like a mask, right?
Like the ones where
it goes down to your neck.
Where you zip up the hoodie and then it covers up.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It's just like something people put on, I think, like over their ears or something.
I've seen.
Those are not attractive.
No, not at all. But you know what? I bet they look young.
They look so young.
No wrinkles.
I know. We're going to do it soon. Next year. All right.
Oh, wow. We are way over time.
We sure did gab a lot today.
Time flew by.
All right. Thanks for listening. Please
rate, subscribe, and say hello
Share
to
with
us.
your friends.
Yes,
help us
share
grow,
with your friends.
please. Otherwise, Teresa's not going to do it anymore when she starts work.
All right, bye.